So SummerSlam is right around the corner, and one of the big matches on that card is Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jinder Mahal for the World Heavyweight Championship. And there's a lot of Shinsuke fans that are finally excited that the man has a chance to win a championship in the WWE, not NXT, and cement his place as one of the top guys in the company. But there's also some trepidation. People are wondering if the WWE is actually going to let Shinsuke Nakamura win, or if they're going to continue this push with Jinder Mahal. Well, WWE, I got a news flash for you. You cannot let Shinsuke Nakamura lose this match. I'm Brent from No Cell Radio, and this is the second video in the 3 Reasons Why series, and this week we're going to talk about 3 reasons why Shinsuke Nakamura cannot lose at SummerSlam. Okay. So I know for many of us, this seems to be an easy conclusion. You have Shinsuke Nakamura win in a big event like SummerSlam. He gets his moment in the spotlight, and you have him go on to prove why he is as good as he is and why the WWE brought him in the first place. But you also have to understand a very tricky position that the WWE is in. Right now, they have Baron Corbin sitting there with the Money in the Bank briefcase. And that can add some complications to this, because are you really going to go ahead and let Baron Corbin take the title off of Shinsuke Nakamura? So there could be some idea going on within the WWE that you keep the belt on Jinder Mahal, you let Baron Corbin take it from him, and then Shinsuke can go on to eventually take it from Baron Corbin. But I'm going to tell you right here and right now that I do not think that's a good idea. I think Shinsuke Nakamura needs to win at SummerSlam, and here are my 3 reasons why. Reason number 1, he is not an underdog. You cannot make the King of Strong Style out to be an underdog. So, you already had him beat John Cena in a match that a lot of people probably thought John Cena was going to win. So Shinsuke was kind of technically the underdog in that scenario. Now you're going to go ahead and have him lose to Jinder Mahal. You're going to take away his credibility in trying to make him out to be the underdog, the guy that just gets close enough but can't seem to win the big one. And that is not what you want to do with the case of Shinsuke Nakamura. He does not have a decade or 15 years left in the business. He's a little bit older than a lot of the incoming guys, kind of like an AJ Styles. You have to capitalize on him right now. If you try to build him up to be the underdog, it's going to be a role that he's not comfortable with. He is not a Daniel Bryan. He is not what you kind of want to call the lovable loser. And that is not a knock on Daniel Bryan. It fit him beautifully. It built him up to the person that he was as a performer, but that's because of who he was initially. You can't build Shinsuke Nakamura when he debuted as the King of Strong Style and now all of a sudden have him become the King of the Underdogs. It just doesn't work that way. You're going to do more harm than good by trying to make him out to be that type of person. Okay? Reason number 2, and I can breeze through these for you. The second reason, and I think a very good reason, is look at the potential feuds you can set up for the WWE title. Everyone is hoping that the dream WrestleMania match will be Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles, and that right there, folks, is a main event. Forget Brock Lesnar, forget Roman Reigns, forget Braun Strowman. If you put AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura together in the ring on the WrestleMania stage in the main event, that is going to sell pay-per-views. So you can save that one, keep that one on the back burner, but you also have a series of other feuds that could essentially help catapult Shinsuke Nakamura into the top guy status. He can finish off his feud with Jinder Mahal, have that go into September or even October, and then you can bring in a guy like Kevin Owens to feud with Nakamura all the way up until the Royal Rumble. This gives Nakamura a solid heel to work with, a guy that can kill it on the microphone, and a guy that can go in the ring toe-to-toe with Shinsuke Nakamura. You have that be a 2 to 3 month feud leading up to the Royal Rumble, maybe even having it trickle into the Royal Rumble, or past the Royal Rumble. You could also have maybe Randy Orton turn heel again and have that be kind of a filler feud in the months leading up to WrestleMania. But you have several guys who can jump in and have a solid feud with Shinsuke and make that person, as Shinsuke Nakamura could be, into the king that he really needs to be. And you set up a beautiful, beautiful feud between him and AJ at WrestleMania. And I think that starts with AJ Styles winning the Royal Rumble. That's for another video. The third and final reason, I think, and this is kind of an obscure one, but it's based on what we've seen in the last few weeks reading the reports after the John Cena and Nakamura match, and that is that it shows that Vince McMahon is not as stubborn as a lot of people believe that he is. Several reports are out there saying that Vince McMahon was absolutely furious after the botched exploder suplex that Nakamura performed on Cena a few weeks ago on SmackDown when Cena was dropped on his neck. And it's kind of understandable that people would be a little concerned. John Cena has a history of neck issues, and I get that, but you have to hand it to John Cena. Shinsuke instantly apologized. If you watch the playback, he apologized immediately. John Cena told him there was nothing to be sorry about, and John Cena appeared totally fine. Apparently, Vince McMahon was furious. There's some reports saying that that's overblown. There's other reports saying that he was more mad in defense of John Cena than he was angry at Nakamura. But there's also reports that are suggesting that if Nakamura does something like that again, Vince could be completely soured on the Japanese superstar. And I think that is a big mistake. Vince is notorious for liking his guys. Daniel Bryan was not one of his guys, and look how long it took him to allow Daniel Bryan to have the spotlight. He's always been in favor of guys that have kind of come through the WWE. Triple H, John Cena, the list goes on and on with those types of figures. Even Seth Rollins, who got a little push, isn't as prominently featured, and he was not an original WWE guy. Then you have someone like Roman Reigns, who is kind of slated to be the next guy, and he is more a true WWE product. Shinsuke is not a WWE product, but Vince needs to understand what he has here. Everything is suggesting that Vince is trying to expand in the international markets, which is a big reason why a lot of people believe that Jinder Mahal was the champion in the first place. If you want to expand even further, what a big kudos it would be for the WWE to essentially have 2 straight international champions representing the WWE Championship. I think it would be a big move, and it would show that Vince McMahon understands the WWE audience a lot better than a lot of people think he may understand them currently. Now, Triple H may have a hand in this decision. There may be other people involved in this decision, and I hope they're in his ear, and I hope they're telling him to do the right thing. I think it would be a big disappointment to waste this opportunity with Shinsuke Nakamura and have him drop back down to kind of fighting for the heavyweight title, but in reality in the mid-card with some obscure feud that he really is too good for. So that's my 3 reasons why Shinsuke Nakamura needs to win the WWE Championship at SummerSlam. Like, subscribe to our channel, follow us on Twitter at NoCell Radio, follow us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/NoCellRadio, and leave us some comments. Let us know what you think about my reasons. Let me know if there's any that I left out, or if there's something that I'm forgetting altogether, and maybe there's reasons why Jinder Mahal needs to stay WWE Champion. Either way, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on 3 Reasons Why.